Jai Nandalala Madhyoli Charanam. Today's the continuation of last week. We were talking about Nala and Damayanti and how Nala got relieved of his misfortunes and miseries and everything that he was going through. How did he get rid of it? By going to Darbar and Yeshwarar temple, Thirunallar. And he got rid of all those miseries there. Now, once he went to the temple and got rid of all his miseries, and Shani Bhagavan left his body, he came back to again confront his brother to his kingdom. And there his brother was, he had taken over all his wealth, correct? So now Nala had to get back all his wealth. And he sat down to play the same dice game through which he lost everything. Now he asked his brother to come and play with him again. Now his brother, knowing that Nala is very bad at this game, he already lost once. He was very confident that he's going to lose again. And this time he was planning on winning over Damayanti. Now this is a chance. He lost last time to win over Damayanti. So this was it. So he said, yeah, definitely come over. What do you have now? You have Damayanti with you. So I will take her. Nala was very confident because this time he had bid goodbye to Shani Bhagavan and also learned the game with the help of the king Rituparna, who had taught him the tactics of the game. So he was very confident this time. He was not the old Nala. The very new Nala came with confidence and won the game, won everything back, all his wealth and his kingdom back. And he was the king again. So all his subjects were very happy to have the king back. And again, a happy family reunion. And it was a beautiful fairy tale ending, But Nala and Damayanti, later on in their lives, they went towards spiritual path. And they left all that they had gotten back and went into sannyasam kind of a thing. They all both went into the forest to perform penances. And that's how they reached the Almighty's padam, moksha. So they attained salvation that way. Now, this is a beautiful story. It is like they got back everything. In the end, when you see that Shani Dashai, as it, everyone is scared of Shani Dashai. We spoke about this the last session. It actually makes you a better person. What happened during that time? During Nala's, the time period where he was separated from his loved ones. What happened to him? He got tuned, he got better, he got more matured. He had the, maturity to see things differently, the patience, the calmness. It's all that the Lord Shani is good at, giving the person who's affected. He's always a good teacher. He's the best teacher. And especially when we are going through our karmas, if you want to call it the bad period, that is when our lessons are taught. We learn a lot of lessons. Very difficult people are sent our way. Difficult situations are sent our way. Obstacles. These are all things, hurdles are all things that we go through during that period only to teach us lessons, only so that we look inward, we look inside, not at the outside, Oh, my boss was bad. My boss was mean. My friend was mean. I'm not going to speak to her again. I have nothing to do with her again. No, it is not about her. That friend was sent there by Lord Shani. That boss was sent there by Lord Shani. Have we ever seen it in that way? We have to. Well, the point of us going through that is so that we look inside and we find faults with us. We have to understand us first. Why are we reacting like that? Why are we reacting in such a way? Why should there be a reaction? Because after all, that person was sent there, put there for a reason, to test us. And are we passing it or failing it? Are we passing the test? By reacting, we're actually failing the test. Think about it. By reacting to such situations around us, we're failing the test. And the test gets extended. What happens when you fail a test? You have to take it again. We have to take the test all over again. And here it's not like in life where we can say, oh, I'm not good at that. I failed many times, so forget it. I'm not taking that test again. No, doesn't work like that here. This test you have to pass, and it will come back to you in over and over again till you pass it. That's why when people tell me, oh my God, I'm not able to do this. I can't take this person. I can't take it. It's like she's too painful. He's too painful. He was put there. He was put there for a reason. So shift your attention away from him and look inside and clean that inside. How are we reacting to that person or that situation? And everything will be clear. We will understand, okay. And if you see, these kind of difficult situations come during the Shani period, because he's the best teacher of all. He's the best teacher with situations. He will make us, after all this, when you look back and see what you have been through, you will be alarmed. You'll be so, wow, I actually went through all this and I came out, man, I'm good. And that happens only when you're on the spiritual path. Only when you're on the spiritual path, you will come out successfully. There is no doubt about that. That spirituality is what brings us out successfully. Otherwise, definitely Shani period is not for anybody who, leave the hold of God. You cannot go through it. We have to have that clutch. We have to keep our hold tight on that ultimate. Who will lead us on through this? Because we have already come with the baggage, we have to empty it. There's no way out. And how better to empty it when he's leading and you follow. So Nala came out and Nala attained salvation. That should teach us a lesson about how it is successful when we actually go through this systematically. Looking at our scriptures, reading our scriptures, what has happened before, what have all the great men done before us? How did they attain salvation? Why are all these as examples for us so that we follow? We are so lucky. We are not Nala. Yes, we are very lucky that we are not Nala. You know why? Because he had nobody to look up to. There was no examples for him. He was the example. Think about it, right? He was the example. He gave us that example so that we can look at him and we can lead our lives accordingly, looking at that role model. It's very difficult. It's very easy for us. Our life is made easy because we can see Nala and we can take cue from him. We can take that example and lead our lives. We may not be Nala, we cannot be Nala, but we can at least follow a few things that he has told us, right? And given us the examples in the Lord, everything in this beautiful story, we have a lot to take. Now, even Yudhishthira took it, right? He was given, this example was given by the sage to Yudhishthira saying, no, you're not going through hell. There was one person, Nala, who went through hell. And that's when Yudhishthira understood, oh my God, yes, definitely. I don't know how King Nala did it. He was all alone. And when he was all alone, he never cribbed, he never cried, he just flowed. He just flowed. He was with the flow, he went with the flow. He never obstructed. He never asked why. And everything was granted to him in the end. Lord Shiva came to his rescue. And not only to his rescue, when Lord Shani got a beautiful position there in the temple, he gave Lord Shani that position. He got a separate Sannidhi. Now, Lord Shani is always seen with the Navagrahas, right? Here, he's got his own place in this temple. Let's get to know a little bit of about this beautiful temple, Darbar and Yeshwarar, where Lord Shani left Nala's body. And Lord Shani was very scared that, oh my God, he's going to Lord Shiva. That's out of respect. More than fear, it's all about respect. Oh my God, he's going to see Lord Shiva. Who's my boss? He's the one who gave him that responsibility, right? He's my boss. So let me just step aside when Nala goes inside. So that's what happened there. That is where Nala was freed of Lord Shani. Now, why do we say go to temples, go here, go there? There are temples for every reason. You see, this is clearly that. When King Nala entered the Sannidhi, Lord Shani left his body. Clearly shows, yes, that is where the miseries end. You go to a temple, you'll feel that bliss. It's got so much power because the Lord really resides there. He's there. Now, this temple, Thirunallar. Now, Nala is there. Thiru is that attachment we always say, right? When we give respect. Thiru, Nala is Nala, the King Nala. Aru is healed. That's what happened to Nala, right? Lord Shiva healed him there. Aru. So Thirunallar is the name that came to be after Nala got healed over there. Now devotees come there to get healed. They take a dip in the Nala Tirtham and they go and see the Lord Darbar and Yeshwarar and the Lord Shani in that temple, who's very powerful. This Darbar and Yeshwarar temple, Thirunallar, is located 4 kilometers from Karaikal, Puducherry in Tamil Nadu. Now, there's a beautiful Ambal also here, and the Tirtham. There are a lot of Tirthams here. I will give you the list later. And the Sthala Vriksham is Darbai. Darbai is used for puja and all that even now, even today. And you will see this Darbai. One time, this place was a Darbai forest. And the Lord emerged from the ground. Is a Swayambu Lingam. He emerged from the ground here in the Darbai forest. And that's why his name is Darbar and Yeshwarar. And so it was a forest before, but now it's, of course, the forest is gone. But you will see the Sthala Vriksham here, the Darbai grass is still here. Now, this is one of the 276 Tevaram Padal Petrasthalams. Now, when I say that, that means all these 9 Mars that we know, Samandar and all the Manikavachakar, all of them we have spoken about, they have come and sang their Padigams and Tevarams here. And that is why it's called Padal Petrasthalams. They've come and sang their Padigams here. And this is also a temple on the banks of the river Kaveri. We've gone to so many temples on the banks of the river Kaveri, correct? Kaveri is so blessed. Look at that. She earned it. She earned it through her penance. How many temples? This is another one, Thirunallar. Beautiful, very powerful temple. Now, Swayambu Murthy, like I said, the Lord is the Swayambu Murthy, and he has the mark because he was emerged out of the ground in the Darbai forest. The Darbai grass is pretty sharp, you know. So it has made marks on him. So that mark is still there in the lingam. So when you go to the temple, you can ask the priest and he will show you those marks that have occurred through the Darbai grass, you know. And this is one of the Sapta Vedanga Sthalams. I have spoken in detail about the Sapta Vedanga Sthalams during one of the sessions. And that is all the 7 places where the emerald lingam was placed, correct? And this is regarding the king called Muchakunda. Remember, we spoke about him. He got 7 lingams from Lord Indra, right? And those 7 lingams, one of those lingams are in this place. And he installed it in 7 different places. I spoke about this when we were talking about Tiruvarur, because one of the places, one of the Sapta Vedanga Sthalams is Tiruvarur too. Now, the lingam is placed in a silver casket. And all these places, the Sapta Vedanga Sthalams have the Natarajar in it. Now, the Utsava Murthy, Natarajar, when he's taken out for the processions, they dance. They all have a special dance movement. So we've spoken in detail about that too. I have mentioned all the 7 places in all the different dance movements. If you don't recall it, you can go back to the sessions and listen to it. So now here, this I did speak about Thirunallar because it was one of the 7s, and it has also a special dance movement. It's called the Unmata Nadanam. So it's dancing in an intoxicated state, a blissful state. That is what the dance here signifies. Now, May Maranda Nadanam. That is, you're forgetting everything. You're forgetting oneself in bliss, in his consciousness is what the Nadanam here signifies. So the way they dance here is Unmata Nadanam. Now, this is one of the Navagraha Sthalams, auspicious to Shani Bhagavan. So it's a very, very powerful place where, you know, if you are a person who looks at astrology and stuff like that, and if you feel you're affected by such and such planets, which I'm very, very bad at, I don't my knowledge is very, very, I don't know, I have no knowledge of those things, but I know people do follow that. And if that is the case, this is the place to come to. And the temple was constructed by Chola kings. The Lord, like I said, appeared in the midst of the Darbai forest. And the idol of Shani Bhagavan is very small. He faces east. Yes, it's small, but it's very powerful. Now, Lord Shani is standing with two hands. The right hand is in Abaya Mudra. Like I said, this Mudra. That is, fear not, I'm here. So that is very clearly, he's telling you not to fear him. Because everybody fears him, right? Everyone is scared of Shani. Now, when you go there, it's an opportunity to not be scared of him. It's like he's the most kindest form. He's more giver there. He's a giver of boons. He's a giver of, he's going to give you warmth. He's going to give you the ointment. It's like for all the miseries you've gone through. So that is where the release of all that is. Okay. Now, Abaya Mudra indicates protection, like I said, peace and dispelling of fear. And he has no weapons in his hands. Usually he has a bow and arrow. And that is not there over here in this temple. Now, there is a Vinayaka Sannidhi here. That this is the Vinayaka who supported King Nala when he came to this temple. This Vinayaka helped him with all the financial assistance because Nala had nothing. He was broke at that time. No? He has not won over his kingdom back, right? So he's with nothing. He's like equivalent to beggar over there, So who came to his rescue? Lord Ganesha. Lord Ganesha helped him financially, okay, to improve and modify the tempo. Once he was released of all that miseries, he was relieved of all the miseries. He wanted to do something for the Lord here. He wanted to modify the tempo. He wanted to build something more. So that is what he took up. And for that, the Lord's own son came to help the king, Lord Vinayaka. Now, his Sannidhi is located right next to Nala Tirtham. So people who come there take a dip in Nala Tirtham and then they go and see Lord Vinayaka. Now you have to start with Lord Vinayaka. It makes sense why his Sannidhi is right there. You start with the boss, right? You start with the Lord of all the Lords. Now, then comes the Nayanmar Sannidhis. That is also here. All the 63 saints, the idols of all the 63 Nayanmars are installed here. Beautiful. And even King Nala's idol is installed here. And there is a lingam next to the idol, indicating that he is a very big devotee of Lord Shiva. He cannot be alone. He is always with the Lord. Now he has taken a lot of efforts to improve this temple with the help of Lord Vinayaka. Now there is a Vedangar Sannidhi, the Nataraja that I was talking about, the Sapta Vedanga Sthalam, right? This is the Sapta Vedanga Sthalam. So the Vedangar Sannidhi is also here, dedicated to Lord Tyagaraja. He's called Lord Tyagaraja. So what does Vedanga mean? Not chiseled. So that's what it means. So this was the original one, right? Given by King Muchukunda. So that is why it is a very old idol. And that is why it is not chiseled. That is why it is called that. Now, he is on the southern side of Sri Darbaranyeshwara. The Sannidhi is on the southern side. Now, there is a Murugan Sannidhi here, situated in the western corridor. He holds a veil and he has Valli and Devayani or Devasena. She's called by two names. And on either sides of him, the most handsome God, beautiful God. God is Lakshmi. The next to the Murugan Sannidhi is Goddess Lakshmi. And then Goddess Durga. She's very, very, it's a very auspicious idol over here of Goddess Durga. All the Sumangalis come and offer red vastram to Goddess Durga here. And all Shiva temples, mostly all Shiva temples have Goddess Durga because she's a very, very important avatar of Goddess Parvati. So you will find Goddess Durga in almost all Shiva temples. Now, the best, Bhairavar, he is also here. Now, northeast part of the temple, he's seen along with his Vahanam, the dog. It's usually a black dog. And so that is also there. As per traditions, in all Shiva temples, here also that happens at midnight. They conclude all the puja with the puja of Lord Bhairavar. Now the last puja will be done to Lord Bhairavar. All of the Shiva temples. Now he's very big idol here, beautiful idol in Thirunallar of Lord Bhairavar. Now the temple has the Raja Gopuram that has 7 tiers, and there is a second Raja Gopuram that has 5 tiers, and there is a third Raja Gopuram that has 3 tiers. All the Gopurams are covered in beautiful statues, and I've been to this temple. It is beautiful. It is so beautiful. And the entrance of the temple is guarded by 2 Dwarapalakas, and who have 4 hands each. And the end of the east street is a statue of Thirujnana Sambandar. Especially there's a statue of him. Is seen in a beautiful mandapam. Why is there a statue of Thirujnana Sambandar separately? Because already there is 63 Nayanmars together in the temple, but there's a separate Sanidhi for Thirujnana Sambandar. If you remember who Thirujnana Sambandar is, the smallest, youngest of the Nayanmars. He was a baby when he started singing. He was literally like 3 years old when he started singing his first Padigam. He's the cutest Nayanmar. When you read about Thirujnana Sambandar, it's like no words. It's unbelievable. And there's a beautiful incident and related to Thirujnana Sambandar and this temple. There's holy chariots of the temple. There are 2 beautiful chariots that this temple has. They're taken out during special festivals and processions with all the gods and goddesses, and they go around the temple. Now, the Darbai bush, the Darbai grass, it's the Sthala Vriksham, is located on the northern side of the temple. It's used for puja even today. All of us know what Darbai is. It's very auspicious grass we use. Now, the sesame oil lamp is very auspicious in this temple. Everybody the lamps are available, the mud lamps are available outside. They all come with that and oil to light lamps in this temple. And they have the special steps constructed for this particularly. And they keep it very clean and neat. Thousands and thousands of devotees come to light lamps there. And for who? For the Shani Bhagavan. It is very auspicious, especially on Saturday. It is crazy crowded. You have to go in there early to see the god. It is very auspicious to go on a Saturday and light these lamps. Now there is Nala Tirtham, Brahma Tirtham, Saraswati Tirtham, Agastya Tirtham, Hamsa Tirtham, and Vani Tirtham. These are all the Tirthams in this temple. Now Nala bathed in this Tirtham. He poor thing, dug up this well. And who helped him? Again, Ganesha only helped him dig up this well also. Same Ganesha helped him to dig up the well. And Lord Shiva helped him by getting Ganges. And he poured that Ganges water in this Tirtham for us. So, and he also made a well. Lord Shiva made a well here. And this is the same water that they use in the temple for the gods, for the Abhishekam and all that. So people they worship the well. They don't take a bath or anything in this well that the Lord created. Now, devotees offer Abhishekam to the Lord Shani Bhagavan and Darbaranishwarar. They offer milk, rose water, tender coconuts, oil, yogurt, sandalwood paste, and vibhuti. They're all offered to these gods in this temple. And it is very auspicious to go on a Saturday. Many devotees offer Annadanam also. So any temple for that matter, I do that. It's just my thing, I go and there is a special place, they would have said, they would say that, label it on top, Annadanam. And you will never overlook that. It's right there. It'll be there. It'll be very clear. So if you see that, just go and give your offering, your donation, whatever, it's the temples actually offer free food to so many people and so many visitors. They're not lucky like us, they can't afford to eat anywhere or anything. So the temple offers that free food. There are people who come from far and wide, a lot of unprivileged people who come from far and wide who actually get free food there. So you will be doing them a big favor by donating in these temples. So I definitely don't miss that opportunity. Whenever I visit these places, I go and give my donation for Annadana. Now, about Shani. Now, Shani Bhagavan is the Saturn planet. Now, Shani Dashai. What is Shani Dashai? Shani Dashai is the period, like I said, which disciplines us. We learn to take responsibilities because Saturn is the planet that symbolizes intelligence, self-control, and limitations. Its main attributes are patience, stability, maturity, and courage. Now, nobody would say these kind of positive things when they talk about Shani or Shani Dasha, right? When you hear your priest say, Ayo, Shani Dasha, Jagrade Arango, all this, be careful. When you're climbing stairs or when you're going down the stairs, be very careful. And what are all the problems that you're going to face is what they will tell you. Oh, there'll be financial problem, there'll be that problem, there'll be this problem, that problems after problems. And once already the person will be a stress master, this will increase their stress level and the BP will go up, the cholesterol will go up, and Shani doesn't have to do anything, right? We ourselves can damage ourselves, right? So, well, look at this. I have a different story, right? So many positives. All these positives are given by the Saturn. And Saturn is called the task master. It teaches us the lessons to learn in life, preparing us for the next journey. His job is to prepare us for the next exam. Now, when you go for your, when students go for their SAT training, it's not going to be easy. You want to get into the best college, it's not easy. Training is not easy. So this is also the same thing. We are being trained, but we just forget that we are being trained. Because of our ego, we forget that. Now you must earn it. Whatever is given to you, you must earn it, correct? Once you finish training, then you earn it. So that's the lesson we learned here. If you have not got what you wanted yet, you have not earned it. Simple. You have not earned it yet. If it's time, it will come to you, fall in your lap. Whether you want it or not, it's going to come and fall in your lap. That also I'm telling you. And that is the fact. You may not want it. There are people who say, I want to get married right now. I want a job right now. I want that right now. Doesn't work like that. Yeah, we're living in a very fast-paced lifestyle right now. Everything is so fast, right? Fast food, super fast speed internet. Everything is fast, right? When you talk about fast, it's like Amazon Prime. We want our goods delivered fast again. And it's like everything is so fast. And then we expect our life also to move fast. And this is the only thing we have no control. Man has controlled everything. He has controlled everything. If the electricity is gone, there's the generator, fast electricity, immediate. There's no patience. When you go through life, there is no patience. No patience for anything. So we are used to that fast-paced life. But suddenly, when we are facing problems and we have to wait, we're not able to wait. And that's when Shani Bhagavan comes and tells us, you need to wait. You have no other option, right? You want a promotion, can you get a promotion? No, you have to wait for the promotion. When you want your boss to notice you, can you make him notice you? No, you have to wait to be noticed. When you want your daughter or son to get married, can you get it done? No, the bride or groom has to be available. These are the things that will make us halt and think, whoa, okay, there is something that I can control. There are certain things that I'll have to wait. Patience. So, whatever, right? So patience is the key. And Shani Bhagavan teaches us patience. For everything, we have to be patient. We have to say, okay, you'll give it to me when I deserve it. You'll give it to me at the right time. Nothing can be taken away from you. What you deserve will be given to you. And Shani Bhagavan was appointed to do that. His responsibility is to give us what we deserve at the right time. Now, while you're going through Shani Dashai, it's not easy. It is not easy to go through Shani Dashai, where that is all the karmas coming and poured out on us all at once. How is it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy. But yes, the waiting time, I told you, you have to wait. You have to be patient. Okay, that also, you're like, okay, I'll be patient. But what about the pain? How to ease the pain? Yes, that also we have a solution. We have Lord Ganesha. We have Lord Hanuman. It's there in the scriptures. If you read, you'll know. It's already there. Problems are there, solutions are there. You have to seek it. Ganesha is there, Lord Ganesha is there. Why Lord Ganesha? Lord Ganesha is the master of removing obstacles. Lord Ganesha is the son of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is the boss. Lord Shani is he respects Lord Shiva, right? And this is his son. And his son is not some ordinary person. The same son has taught many gods a lesson. Forget human beings. Many gods have seen his power. Starting from Surya Dev, Chandra Dev. And Chandran couldn't escape his powers, right? We went through that story about Lord Chandra and Kuberan and Lord Shiva himself, right? So if you don't think about Lord Ganesha first and seek his blessings first, you're going to be taught a lesson, and that Shani Bhagavan knows. He's not going to mess with Lord Ganesha. So if you pray to Lord Ganesha, it's like an ointment. I told you how to ease the pain. Lord Ganesha. Lord Ganesha is your ointment. When you embrace Lord Ganesha tightly, hug him, you're not going to feel the pain of this journey. He's huggable. He's very huggable. Now, Lord Hanuman, there's a story behind why Lord Shani will spare his devotees. And because Lord Hanuman, one major factor is Lord Hanuman is one of the avatars of Lord Shiva himself. Correct? So I told you, Lord Shani really respects Lord Shiva. So that being said, and another thing is during the Treta Yugam, Ravana had imprisoned all the 9 Navagrahas, all the 9 planets. He made them the steps and he had these 9 steps to walk and go and sit on his throne. And those were the 9 planets. So he would be very proud to climb on top of the Navagrahas, climb over them one by one as steps to go and sit on his throne. And this was Ravana. Now they were all imprisoned. They couldn't do anything. And when Hanuman came to see Ravana, when Sita Devi was there, that's when he relieved them of there. So they got relieved from Ravana's clutches because of Hanuman. He came and saved all of them. Now, particularly Shani Deva was imprisoned because Ravana's son, Meghnad, had this Shani Dashay, and that he would be killed because of the Shani effects. So he imprisoned Lord Shani so that he could save his son. But of course, Hanuman came and released him too. So Shani was out. And that is when Lord Shani said, I will not trouble. I will lessen the miseries of all your devotees because you released me. So that is the power of Lord Hanuman. That is Lord Shiva himself and his son, Lord Ganesha. So whoever you want, pick them. Nandalala, we are very, very lucky to have Lord Ganesha with us. The Ambal herself, Parvati herself, has given us a beautiful idol of Lord Ganesha. Sankata Vimochana Ganapati. What more do we need? We don't need anything. We don't have to look elsewhere. We have him right here at our place, Nandalala. Beautiful, beautiful Ganesha, who listens to every prayer, every devotee without any, he's not biased. He looks at everybody in the same level. And he has granted so many wishes. A lot of devotees have beautiful stories to share of their miracles with Lord Ganesha. See, that's the ointment. He is the ointment. By granting these small, small things, he gives the ointment, that pleasures, that small desires. Now, that is the anesthesia for us. The ointment, the anesthesia, that we don't feel the pain of this journey. Now, when we embrace Lord Ganesha, we won't even know that we are going through a Shani period. That's the beauty here. And we are very lucky. Now, how did Sankata Vimochana Ganapati come to New Jersey? I want to give a quick thing about the incident about Amma. Amma was, it was 2017. Of course, we started Sankata Hara Chaturthi in New Jersey in 2013. She suddenly gave Siva Ganesh an idol, a small, cute Ganesha to Siva Ganesh. They they both had gone to the store in 2013, and she took her time in selecting the perfect Ganesha for us. And after a lot of looking and a lot of examining each and every sculpture, she picked one, and she gave that idol to Siva Ganesh, and she said, "He will safely take you to New Jersey." And Siva Ganesh said, "Okay," and brought him here, and we started Sankata Chaturthi Puja here that same year. And ever since he's been, the idol goes to everybody's house, and the devotees get to do the abhishekam and everything for the Lord themselves. Now in 2017, she told us to give away the small idol that we have. And she said, "I want to buy you a bigger idol, because you all have been doing this puja so consistently, and I'm very, very happy with this." She said, "I'm very proud of you." And that was enough. We were very, we did not do it so that one day, people will talk about it or say or praise us, or no. That Ambal saying that, Ambal telling us that we have done this well, and she was proud, was like a big certificate we earned. That was enough. It made us so happy. It was so content to, it was very, it was very content to hear that from Ambal herself. And then she went on 2017. She was not okay. Physically, she was very weak. But she said, "We'll go to the store. I'll come with you. I want to get you a bigger idol," she said. And she came, poor thing. She was in the car. And then Shiva Ganesh arranged for the people inside the store to bring idol one by one and show it to her in the car. And because they know Ambal, because they know she's an incarnation of Ambal, they agreed to do it, the people in the store. And they brought the idol of Ganesha one by one. Each and every idol that the store had, they carried it one by one. And the best part was, I was sitting in the back seat with her, and my door was the one that was towards the store. So my door was open, and Ambal was on the other side of the seat, on the other side of the door. And they got the idols through my door. So they kept the idol on my lap. So every Ganesha was placed on my lap, and Ambal examined the idol. I'm humbled. I'm humbled that the Lord sat on my lap, and Ambal examined every Ganesha in the store, and she picked one. And that is who we have here. And she named him Sankata Vimochana Ganapati. We asked her the name, and she said, she looked at us, Sankata Vimochana Ganapati. That means a lot. That name itself means a lot. Exactly what this session is about. Sankata Vimochana. Who gives us the Vimochana, the ointment, the solutions, right? And Ganapati. So there we have it. So well, we have the Ganesha here. People who stay very far away would drive all the way to bring stuffs for him, buy flowers for him. And there are so many people away, like in the other side of the coast, who want to be here, want to see him, who yearn to see him. But they think that, oh my God, he's so far away. But that is the case everywhere, isn't it? Huh? That is what the Lord does. That is what happens. When everything is so close by, you don't take that extra effort. which is also the Lord's doing. Something or the other will happen. Something that is a hurdle, right? I have many people say, oh my God, Madhuri, I wanted to come for the puja, but something or the other happened. And you know what I tell them? I tell them, yes, hurdles happen only when you go for doing a good stuff. When you go to the temple, when you go for pujas, when you go for attending sessions, when you go and listen to discourses, these are the times when hurdles will happen. Do you know why? Why hurdles happen when good stuffs are going to happen? It's because you have to earn it. You have to work for it. The same thing when you go to a party, when you're leaving to a party, when you're going to a restaurant, when you're going to have fun, hurdles don't happen. Hurdles never happen. Why? Because that's an illusion, easily available. But when you're going to do this, this is what will transform you. This will what will pull you out of your whirlpool. Hurdles will happen because it's a penance. No. When tadangal, that is hurdles happen, when you're going to a temple, you should not say, okay, let's leave back home. You should say, no. Whatever happens, I'm going to this temple. Try doing that. That is what the Lord wants. Remember, when hurdles happen, He's testing you. Are you still making me your priority? Are you still going to come? Are you going to beat all of that and come? Are you going to beat all of that and go? That is the test. After you reached the finish line, He'll send many hurdles. Parvati had hurdles. When I did the Kamakshi session, what did I say? When she was doing her meditation, when she was doing her penance, He sent a flood to her. Didn't He send a flood to test her? What did she do? Did she leave her penance? No. She held on to that lingam. She grabbed it and she was holding on to the lingam. She was trying to make sure the lingam doesn't break. She was protecting it with her arms. Hurdles are sent our way. When we do good stuff, hurdles are sent our way to test us. And don't think that, oh my God, this is some bad thing. Let's leave it. No. Hurdles happen only for when you go to do a good stuff, only hurdles happen. Jai Nandalala, Madhyali Charan.